Hey everybody, it's Drew Lentz, the Wireless Nerd, and today is the last day of Fuse 2022, so I'm going to walk you through the Open Wi-Fi booth very quickly. We're going to see what is making Open Wi-Fi all the chatter here at Fuse 22. So we start behind us with how to enable people to have quality Wi-Fi experiences for very low cost. And our hardware on the wall behind us is just a selection of the 25 SKUs that are available from Open Wi-Fi that you can get to run all of your enterprise Wi-Fi applications. That's step number one. Let's go check out step number two. All right, so we already saw step number one. That's using low-cost hardware that offers the same quality of experience that people come to love about Wi-Fi, up to 60% savings using Open Wi-Fi hardware. It's pretty cool. Step number two is the software that enables Open Wi-Fi to work the way it does. Behind me, we've got a vendor called NetExperience that's taken the Open Wi-Fi SDK and built some really cool functionality on top of that. When you combine that with what they've done, loading on their own AP network operating system onto the access point behind me, now you can see the power of the software and the open source software running on that super cost-effective hardware. So that's number two. Number one, low-cost hardware. Number two, the ability to build off an open source SDK. Number three is the ecosystem that's created by it. So what's really cool is you can use tools like this tool over here from Hamina, and Hamina allows you to design your network the way that you want it. And not only do you get to design it, but you can even in the future be able to click a button and have that entire network configuration pushed to your network management system. So instead of having two different panes of glass to do your network design and engineering, you have one location where you can do it. And that's only enabled by Open Wi-Fi, open APIs that allow you to communicate with each other. So that's pretty cool. Number one is hardware. Number two is the network management system built on the open source SDK. Number three is what you've built taking data and pushing it to the network management system. But number four is where you take data from the network management system using those same open APIs and pushing them out to something like WaveSpot. These are all partners in the ecosystem for Open Wi-Fi. And what we have on WaveSpot is it's showing you things like real-time location services, it's showing you footfall traffic, it's showing you all these analytics by leveraging the stream that's coming from the APs on the hardware through the network management system on the software being pushed out to another third-party software and all of them working together. Now what's even cooler than that is when you think about things that you can do to lower the cost of the design, the engineering, and the implementation, and that we can do in virtual reality. Let's go check that out. All right, for the last part of our demo, I'm in the metaverse. So what I'm doing is I'm demoing a tool that allows you to think differently about the way that you design wireless networks. Instead of looking at it from a 2D view and a laptop screen, I can actually immerse myself using a metaverse experience into the environment where I can see what the Wi-Fi looks like. So what we're showing off is something that allows you to use the metaverse for work or for engineering or for actual, getting a business purpose done. And it's really cool because we can take the access point and you can see down here based on the color of these little spheres what my signal level looks like. And as I turn around, you can see that the signal level in this room varies, and that's because of the equipment that I'm using. So I have the ability to go in and change these pieces of equipment to see if it gives me a better color of service. So here you can see I've got a little dead spot in the middle. Well, if I swap it out to this AP, you can see that that dead spot goes away. But what happens if I go out in the hallway? If I'm in the hallway, you can see that there's an issue out there as well. And the way that we want to show it is not just by showing you what the signal level looks like, but if you actually look at this video, you can see that the video is running nice and smooth when I have a good signal level. But if I move somewhere where the signal's bad, you can see that video get degraded. Pretty awesome, huh? All right, so that was our demo here at Fuse 22, a quick view of the booth. We've got four main things we want you to think about. Number one, cost savings on the hardware because it's economical. You can now finally get good quality Wi-Fi using economical access points with Open Wi-Fi hardware. Number two, you've got an SDK that's open source, but you have this entire vendor network of people that are leveraging that open source SDK to build their products, to send data to that SDK, and to pull data out of it to add all this functionality for Wi-Fi. And then the last thing that you have is an incredible way to think about how you can use a metaverse experience to change the way that you work and change the way that you think about wireless. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you at the next trade show.